talking to my girl that was doing my hair, and we were talking about this. The song came on, Joe, I Want to Know. And I was the lead in that video. And that was 26 years ago. That was 1999, right?
Girl, you look 26 now.
I'm 52.
Oh, period.
Thank you. I don't let no one's dusty sun stress me out.
Okay.
So, anyways, even the setup was the woman was not to say.
What do you wish someone had told you about dating, like in your 40s and 50s back then?
You know, you think that when you're ready to settle down, that there's always going to be a lot of supply on the shelves, and it's not. Like at this age, a lot of the good guys are married or taken because they're good guys. And I was having a conversation with a girlfriend of mine the other day, and I'm like, well, your best bet now is maybe someone that a good man that maybe is coming out of a marriage, getting a divorce. So, you know, I think in our youth, and I would like people to know this when they're younger, we think, oh, there's always going to be an endless supply. I can wait till tomorrow. Don't put off your happiness waiting. You know, if you find that good person, like a lot of times we wait, well, it's not the right time. It's never going to be like the right time. I would say go for it more. I wish I would have told someone told me just go for it. I probably have overlooked a good candidate before, you know, like maybe,
why is that though?
Me thinking the timing thing, maybe prioritizing career. You know, I definitely was always like work. I never thought I could like enough cushion built up to like relax and take my foot off the gas and start a family.
And then that just go on and on and on, and then you be 100 years old and you like, it's working.
Still working. And I think I will say specifically with Black women especially, I feel like we don't really have the luxury to think that we can kind of take time off like that, you know? And I specifically say Black women because like we're usually the backbone of everything, you know, not even just with our families, but with our friend circles. Like it's always.
Yo, it's Big Ant the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as the words of the Godfather himself, Kevin Samuels, got the kicking and punching and hitting in the afterlife once again. And I had the links in the description where you can watch the clip in the beginning in full from the Shade Room where Claudia Jordan made an appearance and said everything that Kevin Samuels been saying for women at that age bracket who push the independent, work, job first, focus on being this strong woman and things of that nature. And if you look at this is why people instantly thought Kevin Samuels, include myself, because of the way that their situation was when he passed away. The mindset that they was pushing. After, especially, we heard it this year as well, Vivica Fox, somebody else who was on that panel that day, where they got to talking about Kevin Samuels. Vivica Fox was saying when he passed away that this was karma. And then they got to talking about, oh, well, he was going at Black men. And then he started going at Black women. That's when everybody started caring. And now it's just this or that. But nah, you're saying everything that he had been pushing.
And while we were alive, listen, I think he has some very valid points. I think people are very unrealistic about relationships. I think a lot of women and a lot of men are. It's not a woman thing and it's not a man thing. But he just so happened to pop when he started coming for Black women, because he did start off being negative towards Black men, and people weren't really trying to hear that. Brothers weren't trying to hear about themselves, but what they were trying to hear about was how it's the women's fault.
Interesting.
So then he blew up, and then our dumb went and supported him. You know what I mean? And then he made, I heard, like up to $3 million off of his YouTube and all that from said Black women.
Of course, Claudia Jordan, still a very attractive woman at her age of 52. Most definitely had a successful career in different radio shows. I remember she was working with Jamie Foxx, had different moments and things like that. But this all Kevin Samuels was saying was the overall facts. Everything that you just said right there. Where the structure and the Black family, the Black home has been divided. Now, the verbiage that he would use, saying certain names, most deaf, that'll get under people's skin, that most definitely could be found offensive. But the message didn't get lost. And he was holding Black men and Black women accountable for what was going on in this game. It's just the Black women, they stuff would go viral, and then the women just started adapting. You want to know why? Because there was a lot of women who wanted that truth. That's why they would call in. That's why they would pay him money to have them talk to them, counsel, consult, or give a ranking, because they knew they couldn't go to their family and friends and their circles and have them tell them the truth. So they're like, you know what? Let me go hit up Kevin Samuels. He know what's going on. He gonna tell it like it is. And a lot of men, we sit back and we watch now, as Vivica Fox is somebody who recently came to the internet as well at 60 years old and said that she ready to date now. And he said, hey, this is the time when y'all are finished. You chose not to listen. You decide to choose your career over happiness, which that is a choice, which that is your right. It's your life. You do what you want to do. But he said, hey, if you moving the way that y'all moving, don't expect to have no family. Don't expect to have no man. There isn't going to be this big perfect man that y'all created in y'all heads where y'all think that, hey, I can find this successful guy that makes $200,000, $300,000 or more a year. He's going to be able to take care of me, provide for me. Everything is going to be perfect on him. I'm going to just work on my career and do this until I can find that. It ain't a reality. It ain't what it is. And then he would give the facts, he would give the data, the factual information that you couldn't debate. But guess what? They wouldn't move off of facts. They wouldn't go off of common sense. They wouldn't go off of reality. They would go off of feelings and emotions. So when I see this now, I said, hey, let's have that real conversation. I got to say rest in peace and God bless the soul of Kevin Samuels, and most definitely condolences to his family, because when you got down in there, bro, wasn't kicking nothing but factual data. See, the dividing of the black home go back to slavery time, because he was pushing black family if you really got down in there and listened. And a lot of this stuff, a lot of people already know, just he was somebody who was tightening it up, reassuring it, and then providing the facts, the statistics to go with it. You go back to slavery. That was the first time they was dividing the home in this country for the black community, right? So you make the man look weak, you buck break him, you send a message to him, to the women, they can't protect their family, they can't protect their kids. We overcame that. We got through that. We fought in the wars and went through the necessary battles to be able to have our own family structure. Then we get into the other society of situation where we held down by the government, by laws and things, but we still was proud black families as a whole. There wasn't all this mindset of we need this, we need that, this needs to be perfect. Families was having 10 kids and all that. We get to the day we are now, when we got to the other situation that started this divide in the black family. Of course, the things like redlining got heavier. Then you start putting in government assistance. Then you introduce the crack and drug epidemic. All these things separating the father from the black home, killing the structure in the black family and society, all of those things. And then now what do we have? The social engineering. You got people like Claudia Jordan, which I'm not going to put it all on them, her and Vivica Fox and things like that with their talk shows. But you put it out there like this, the rappers, the entertainers, the singers, they all push independent women, proud women. I don't need a man. Hey, I can do, I love that Beyonce song, just me, myself, and I. For now, I'm going to be my own friend, whatever, found out, whatever. But she go home every day to a man and got kids and family structure. A lot of these women who say they don't need to do F or do, they all got families at the highs. But the echo and sentiment gets pushed through social engineering, through music, also through the entertainment, IG. Hey, we don't need a family. We don't need this or that. And now they push the black man and the black women being two different groups. Like we not one. We not all black. The women want to separate themselves from us like we on our own. Not all women. I'm not going to monolith them, because some of the women will come out there and say, no, I want a family. I want a man. Hey, I want the man to lead the household. That's what I look for. That's what I'm aiming for and things like that. There are women out here like that, no doubt about it. But when you look at social media, they going to promote. They ain't going to promote that majority of the black men that get married, they marry black women. They make it seem like black men ain't nothing but they marry outside their race. They're not going to promote the fathers that are active in their kids' lives. They're going to promote the other stuff because it don't sell as well, and they don't keep that mindset and that social engineering tactic in force. But you heard Claudia Jordan say herself, she would have done things differently. She would have, went on ahead and took that submissive role of a woman if she could do things different now. So, hey, we just get more clarity on this situation. Vivica Fox already said she ready to settle down at 60, but, hey, she's still tripping over 50. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming. Most definitely rest in peace to the Godfather, Kevin Samuels himself. Most definitely supported this platform, tapped into what I had going on. They came on the streams and donated and all. So I most definitely got to keep his name alive through this game. Stay on your pivot. More coming.